Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Anthony F. Swery, doctoral strategist, researcher, educator, and founder of the Global Network of Doctoral Professionals in Minnesota. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Doctoral Success Q&A, where I help doctoral students become confident, competent, and successful researchers. Today's question: what is chapter 1 of a dissertation and why is it so important? You know, many doctoral students are eager to begin writing chapter 2 or even start collecting data. But here's something I want you to remember. If chapter 1 is weak, the rest of your dissertation will likely be weak as well. Think of chapter 1 as the foundation of a house. Before you build walls or add a roof, you need a strong foundation, right? Yes. In the same way, chapter 1 provides the framework that supports your entire research study. So what exactly is chapter 1? Chapter 1 is the introduction to your dissertation. It tells your readers what problem you are studying, why the problem matters, and how you plan to investigate it. It gives your committee a clear understanding of where your research is headed. Although universities organize chapter 1 differently, most dissertations include these major sections. First, the background of the study. This section introduces the topic and provides context. It explains what is already known about the issue and gradually leads the reader to the research problem. That's the background. Think of the background as telling the story that prepares your audience to understand why your study is needed. Second, the problem statement. This is one of the most important parts of your entire dissertation. The problem statement clearly identifies the specific issue, gap, or concern that your study will address. Remember this: you are not writing about a topic. You are writing to solve or better understand a research problem. Without a clear research problem, there is no reason to conduct a study. Third, the purpose statement. The purpose statement tells readers exactly what your study intends to accomplish. For example, you might say, the purpose of this qualitative phenomenological study is to explore the lived experiences of, or for a quantitative study, the purpose of this quantitative study is to examine the relationship between. So, your purpose statement should align directly with your problem statement. Fourth, the research question. Research questions guide your entire study. Every interview question, survey question, data collection procedure, and data analysis process should help answer your research questions. If your research questions are unclear, your study will lack focus. Fifth, the significance of the study. Why should anyone care about your research? This section explains how your study may contribute to knowledge, improve professional practice, influence policy, or benefit individuals, organizations, or communities. Ask yourself, who will benefit from my findings? How might this study make a difference? 6. The theoretical or conceptual framework. This section identifies the theory or model that supports your study. Think of the framework as the academic lens through which you examine your research problem. It connects existing knowledge to your investigation and helps explain your findings. 7th, the nature of the study. Here you briefly describe the methodology and research design. Will your study be qualitative, quantitative, or mixed methods? Will you use phenomenology, case study, grounded theory, narrative inquiry, or another research design? This section provides readers with a preview of your research approach. Finally, assumptions, limitations, delimitations, and definition of key terms. These sessions help readers understand the boundaries of your study. Assumptions are things you accept as true. Limitations are factors you cannot fully control. Delimitations define the scope of your study and explain the choices you intentionally made. Definitions ensure that readers understand important terms as you are using them in your research. So what should you remember about chapter 1? Chapter 1 answers several essential questions. What is the problem? Why is the problem important? Why is the purpose of the study? What is the purpose of the study rather? What questions will guide the research? Why does the study matter? Which framework supports the study? How will the research be conducted? If chapter 1 answers these questions clearly and logically, you have built a strong foundation for the rest of your dissertation. Yes, today's takeaway. Remember, a great dissertation doesn't begin with data. It begins with a clearly defined research problem and well-written chapter 1. Invest the time to get chapter 1 right because every chapter that follows depends on it. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and follow for more doctoral success tips. I will see you in my next video. I'm Dr. Anthony F. Suarez. Thank you.